this guy pretty much every day, in and out. Anyway, welcome to the video, the repair, whatever you want to call it. I am going to show you guys today how to use the TJ Thompson belly reducers on this Larivee guitar that needs its bridge area addressed. It was quite dried out. I already fixed some cracks. The bridge was lifting, so I pulled it off, and we're going to address some hump and some belly that we've got here at the bridge plate area. So the tool comes when you buy it from TJ or Sumac or wherever you may buy it from, with a number of underside bridge plate calls that are shaped to fit, like I said, the bridge plate area. These plates, let's see, I'm going to grab a straight edge, are, I don't know if you can see that, concave. So there's a little bit of a scoop to them. Also in the kit are the two top pieces, pyramid bridges, belly bridges. Pretty simple there. These have got a convex surface to them. So when the two come together with the magnets that are in there, they have a mating surface that is the opposite of what the belly of most of these guitars get. So you take some time and you figure out which one of the three convex bridge plate pieces fits best, which I have done previously. And then I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to heat them up to about 150 degrees in this hot plate here. So I'm just going to drop them into the water that is in this plate. It's at about 190 right now, which is a bit too hot. So I might let this cool down a bit. So yes, anything else to mention? This guitar was severely dried out. Actually, when I first saw it, I was almost certain it was going to need a neck reset. The neck head and body had come so out of alignment because the top had warped so much that, this looked like a candidate for a neck reset. What I did was I put a handful of humidifiers, usually just these cheap sponge style humidifiers that I use, some that have got more absorbent sponges than others. I took 3 or 4 of them and soaked them, put them inside the body, and then put a garbage bag around the body and cinched it around the neck joint. So what I essentially did was created an environment in which that humidity had nowhere to go but into the wood. I left it for about a week, and when I came back to it, it had miraculously kind of come to a point where it didn't really need a neck reset anymore. I guess it never really needed a neck reset in the first place. It was just the top was so distorted that it was hard to really tell what was going on. So before this video, I have already sealed up some cracks with glue and a couple cleats under each crack. I have already removed the bridge and re-radiused the bottom. And so before we can glue this bridge back, which has got a nice flat radius on the bottom, I have got to flatten the bridge area so that there's not this big hump there that will prevent this bridge from gluing properly and also throw off the setup of the instrument down the road. So once these guys heat up and I feel comfortable manhandling them at their current temperature, I'll pull them out and start putting them together, and you'll see what goes on. So, welcome back. So, I have prepped a couple bridge clamps. So once I get these cawls in here, I can slap these on there and really give the top some twisting back into place, clamp pressure, to get rid of this belly that I've got. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shop towel here, pull the bridge out of the body and store it somewhere else. I'm going to take the shop towel, I'm going to soak it with the warm water that I've been heating up off screen, and I'm going to soak the top of the bridge area as well as the bridge plate under the top, so that I want to really saturate it so that the water and then the heat from the cawls almost steam or pressure heat treat the top back into place. So I'll just go about doing that now, and I'm really looking to saturate the top. Like I said, getting this hot water onto the bridge plate area. The reason I want to saturate this is because I want to soften all these wood fibers, so that the clamping that I do sort of gets burned into the wood's memory, if that makes sense. Not actually trying to burn anything. So keep that in mind. We're not burning, we're not scorching, we're just heating. But this water will help that heat transfer deeper into the wood fibers. Give it a little bit more on top, and then we can grab these cawls and start placing them. Okay, so these are very hot, or will be quite hot, too hot to really touch all that much when you first pull them out. So be very careful. That's why I'm using these forceps. I grabbed them out of the water and placed them where they need to go. So we've got our top one in place. Look. Oh. Oh, shit. Come on. Okay, got it. I think I got it. Okay. So this we're going to quickly get inside. And the magnets hold everything together, at least for the time being, until we can kind of fine-tune the fit. The belly on this guitar is slightly behind where the bridge is, so I'm just going to cheat this ever so much back off the front line of where the bridge is supposed to go. Just to try to get as much of the clamping and torquing on the back of the bridge. So you can see I can take my hands away from this and kind of make the adjustments that I need, but I'm liking where they're at. So I'll put this guy in here. Stick one on there. So I'm just putting them into place right now. Oh, these clamps, the bane of my existence. If anybody from StuMac sees this, these clamps although efficient at clamping, are just too big back here. I bought 3 or 4 of them to use on bridges because I was kind of getting sick of some of the older clamps that I had. And I can only use 2 at a time. So as you can see, pretty painless. Now that I've got all the clamps into place, I'm going to really torque down on them. Because we really want to clamp that belly out of, just completely out of the equation. So, now that I've got this clamped up, I'm going to hang it on my wall or put it away, get it off the workbench for the time being, and let it dry and cool, probably overnight. Yeah. Dry and cool overnight so that those wood fibers kind of reacclimate to their new position, and then maybe we'll follow up on a second video gluing the bridge back on, which is a pretty simple and short thing, but this guy has a under saddle pickup, so there's a couple holes that have got to be drilled after the glue dries, and then we've got to feed that piezo back up through the saddle slot. So that'll maybe be next time.